Hello and welcome to another PC game review. Yeah, I bet you thought you'd never see me review an indie game with my suitcase gaming rig. Sure, it seems like a lot of wasted power if a game doesn't make use of it, but this game does use Unreal Engine 4. Which may mean absolutely nothing, so let's just get into it. Submerged is an indie game as mentioned, and sometimes this means something. It means it may not be mainstream, and that it may not contain the usual tropes and gameplay mechanics of popular games. By that, what I'm implying is that this game has no elements of combat. At all. This game will show you all of its gameplay cards within the first 15 minutes. Yes, within 15 minutes you will do everything that you will ever do in the entire game. Sounds pretty bad already, right? Let's keep trucking on before we come to that conclusion. You'll get around in your tiny fishing boat complete with a boostable motor in a sandbox. Or what I guess we could call a water box. You'll then explore buildings by climbing them. And the climbing is, in and of itself, a sort of puzzle. None of the climbing puzzles are particularly challenging, mind you, but they do lend themselves to sometimes non-straightforward solutions. And, well, that's it. You get around in a boat and climb buildings that have supplies in them so you can save your brother. This is done in non-sequential order, meaning you can climb the necessary buildings in any order. Exploration is also rewarded with some interesting sights to see, if you're into that sort of thing. And platforming is rewarded with some thing. Okay, so this is going to sting a bit. I cleared the game in 2.1 hours. For $18, it's 10% off for early buyers. I've given you all the warning you need right there. There's collectibles, and these collectibles are basically required to fully piece together the story of what's going on in the city you're exploring. Yet, that is a seriously overpriced amount. Its full price being $20 for a mere 2.1 hours of gameplay for me was a bit of a sore spot. And once you've finished the story, you can go back and explore all you want. But some thing. Finally, it's in this department that this game shines. Sure, its low-budget nature shows in its rather stiff animations and lack of overall graphics tech despite its use of Unreal Engine 4. But what this game does nail correctly is ambience. The music and the environment come together to make exploration a thing of curiosity. If you have an open mind, this game will keep you going along its quest to save your brother by driving your curiosity with your stalkers, a story twist, and ambience driven by primarily a wonderfully written musical score. As mentioned, it may lack overall graphics tech, but the color palette and look of overgrown algae paint a picture of a post-apocalyptic future lacking in any commonly used tones of technology, except the motor on your boat. It's a post-apocalyptic future that had me curious, and that counts for something in a setting that has been all but overdone by humanity's commonly known foolishness for weapons of mass destruction or its self-damaging greed of natural resource consumption. In fact, it's because of these goosebump-inducing stalkers, the continual development of what happened in this city, and consequently the world, through the journal entries, and the thought-provoking ambient music that I can't see myself scoring the game any lower than I'm about to. Sure, it's repetitive in that you never do anything new after 15 minutes. Sure, it's not going to last you very long. But if you're into story-driven environments and are open-minded, I see no reason you won't derive enjoyment through the one thing this game takes full advantage of: curiosity. And that's the thing, curiosity and mystery are rarely seen in video games anymore, so it turned out to be a breath of fresh air. However, it isn't without its shortcomings as a game, something I cannot simply ignore in favor of its refreshing, non-confrontational design. And thus, while I don't recommend this game at its full price, I do recommend it when it goes on sale. It deserves a couple hours of your time when its price matches what it delivers. I give Submerged a 6.5 out of 10. That's it for today. Follow me on Twitch, donate on Patreon if you are able, and subscribe for more reasons to click your mouse. I'll see you on my next PC game review.